So Trey Murphy and Dejounte Murray gave the fans a little bit of insight to how their rehab process has been going. And honestly, I think it's some good news. So we're going to talk about that right now on the Pelicans Scoop. Cue my music!
This is the Pelicans Scoop with Jordan Kitchens, breaking down everything under the sun about your New Orleans Pelicans. Smash that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to stay on top of your Pels content. Now, running point, here's Jordan.
What is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another edition of the Pelicans Scoop. I am your host with the most, Jordan Kitchens, and furthermost, thank you guys for the birthday wishes yesterday. I appreciate the love, man. It means a lot to me, and hopefully, you can just sit here and enjoy my content because I'm just trying to give you guys the best content possible. So, no, thank you guys from the bottom of my heart, for real, let's be serious. For real. I do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. And furthermost, ladies and gentlemen, so Trey Murphy and Dejounte Murray, two key additions of this Pelicans teams. And honestly, if you want success next year, you're going to need both these brothers to be at prestige condition. But there's a couple caveats, obviously, specifically with Dejounte Murray. Let's start with Dejounte. So Dejounte, tore his Achilles against the Boston Celtics earlier this year, and that's just a huge blow. A guy that's been going through a lot of trials and tribulations this year, between the off-the-court stuff, with his family before the season, or a little bit during the season, breaking his hand the first game of the year, trying to come back and just in a hell-bent season for the Pelicans, and then you tear your Achilles. Sucks to see and it hurts to see. So Dejounte gave the fans a little bit of insight about how his process has been going recently with this video he posted on his Instagram. And honestly, it's just watch it for yourself.
Back on my 2 toes. What don't kill you only makes you stronger. Remember that.
And as y'all can see, the man is on his 2 feet walking. It's a miracle. I ain't gonna say it's a miracle. Modern medicine is insane. So like I said, he tore his Achilles January 31st against the Celtics. And as y'all can see now, it's April 30th that you're watching. He posted it yesterday. My birthday is April 29th. So between today and yesterday, he posted this video and he's walking on his 2 feet on his own, smacking the ball in a beautiful location. Furthermost, got the pretty New Balance baby blue, whatever you got going on. Talking about what doesn't kill you, only makes you stronger. And that is so true. So that is good to see. Great to see. Now, I'm not sitting there saying Dejounte's going to be ready to go game 1 of the season. Do not have your expectations set for that. All right, just don't even do that. That's going to do him a disservice. That's going to do you a disservice. An Achilles is a very, very serious injury. Honestly, it really is like a 12-month process for real. And to be real, a lot of people that tear their Achilles and they come back, like they really don't feel like themselves until at least like a year or 2 after, Like even when they first do come back, it's just they just can't. They don't trust it. They're still trying to figure it out. It's all about getting over that mental hurdle that you could trust your body again. So I'm not sitting there saying Dejounte's gonna be ready to go. Honestly, you should be setting your sights for Dejounte to be back maybe sometime January 26th. Honestly, maybe late February. I mean, not late February. Maybe early February of 2026. Okay, but it's good to see that he has progressed. He's on his 2 feet now, walking. But now the real journey begins. Now it's about the training and trusting and building the strength back up into that muscle, that tendon. I guess it's a tendon. I don't know. I didn't go to school to learn health science. I'm sorry. So if I'm mispronouncing, is it a tendon, is it a muscle? I don't know. All right. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm Dr. Kitchens. I'm not. I just sit here and yap about sports. At the same time, it's good to see that about Dejounte. So let's get to our next guy, Mr. Trigger Trey Murphy. He tore his labrum in his shooting arm in like the first 30 seconds of a game. That really meant nothing at all in a lost season. Such a brutal, just call it what it is. A kick to the nuts. Just call it what it is, man. It was a kick to the nuts seeing Trey Murphy go down, especially 30 seconds into a ball game. That honestly, you probably could have just had him. But I get it. Everybody doesn't want to take that approach. But, it's not his fault. It's not the franchise fault. It's nobody's fault. Injuries it was just such a freak accident. So this was posted from Dr. Stefan Valdez Instagram story. He's I guess they're like a sports physical therapy type of guys, a physical therapy situation he got going on. So he's a lot of guys in there. He had like RJ Luis over there, but it was really showing, Trey Murphy building that strength back up into his shoulders, working his arms, and getting the kinks out. And this is what So as you can see Trey over there just building the strength back up into his arm, trying to just work out the kinks for the shoulder. I'm not a physical therapist, so I can't tell you exactly what the drills are targeting, but he has a torn up shoulder, so he's working that shoulder. And like I said, it's just good to see him up. It's not in a cast or in a sling or anything like that. He's working it out, attacking the rehab process at 110%. You love to see it. Hopefully he's not working himself too hard to where you might hurt something else, or you just put too much strain on your body, man. Like Trey, I know Trey's one of those guys, like he's like a Herb Jones, man. Like they will want to die on the court, right? It's going to take a lot to sit Trey down, and Trey's one of those people that he's one of those guys that's always putting in work. He's a gym rat. And you love that. That's a trait and a good characteristic you want out of your franchise guys. You want your guy to be a gym rat. You want every season this guy comes back, in training camp, leading into the season, they have added something into their game. And you could tell by Trey Murphy, specifically, let's just talk about Trey, because this is about Trey at the moment. Let's talk about Trey. Every season he's came back to the Pelicans, or every season that from his rookie year up until now, he's brought something back to his game, right? He's improved. He's found some type of way to get better. Is not even like, look at last year, the jump he took last year, just by adding a more confident handle, finishing a lot more stronger, adding a little bit of floater into his packages, his layup packages, and you can see how the game just blossomed. And ultimately, confidence. His confidence was sky high, and he played like his confidence was sky high. I mean, if he doesn't go down, and maybe the Pelicans don't have 20 wins, he might be their most improved player, or he might be, instead of Dyson Daniels being up there, it might have been Trey Murphy and Dyson Daniels plus Cade. Cade, probably gonna win it, but it hasn't been announced yet. But it's Cade Cunningham, Dyson Daniels, and Zubac, so it could have been potentially Trey Murphy up there with him. You never know, but I just think that it's good to see that Trey. He's a gym rat. A good characteristic you want out of your franchise guy. A guy is going to take hell and back to go pull out the gym. You want that out of your franchise guy. A guy that loves to be in the gym. Your franchise guy. You want that. Yes. I'm looking at you. Yes. You want your franchise guy as a gym rat. Hopefully it rubs off on certain people on the team. But further and furthermost, we're not here for that. Just want to shine a little bit of light on these guys' recovery process, showing you guys that they're out here, they're working, and they're going to put in this work, and they really want to try and win, really trying to turn this thing around. So hopefully, I'm just going to say this, expect Dejounte around January, maybe February 2026. You should expect Trey. I'm not going to say for the start of the season, but maybe we can get Trey around Thanksgiving, middle of November, potentially early December, right? Just don't rush him out there. It's just labrum tear on his shooting arm. So there's no point to rush him out there. Let him, once he feels like he can go, he can go. But you got to just control the reins, because I don't know if this franchise is cursed or not, but y'all see the bad juju that's been going on. So y'all get down in the comments. Y'all let me know what you guys think about this injury process, or what do you guys think that this team what can Joe Dumars install that can stop these injuries? What needs to happen? Do they need to, I don't know, call in a pastor and do like an exorcism? I don't know what needs to be done, but something needs to be done. Do they need to get some sage and smoke out the whole arena, smoke out the practice facility, go on airline drive, smoke I don't know what needs to be done. So y'all let me know in the comments, what does Joe Dumars need to do to fix this injury issues that we have going on? Freak injuries. But that's all I got to say today, man. Ain't too much I got else to say. So I'm signing out. It's been your boy, Jordan Kitchens. Appreciate the birthday wishes, everybody. I'm out. Peace. Peace.